Welcome to PA Timber Goose. Today is October 10th. Another beautiful day in the woods. Very quiet last night and cold. No unwanted visitors last night. I had a deer snorting at me sometime in the night for a few minutes and then it moved on. Very cold last night. It probably dropped down into the 30s. And I was glad for the sun to come up. I was starting to shiver a little bit there. And today we're going to head for Clark's Creek. We're going to climb up over the mountain. Come along today and enjoy the beautiful scenery. And the leaves are starting to turn color, as you can see. Very beautiful in here. Sun's starting to come up. Not another hiker in sight. I'd like to get up before the sun comes up and pack everything back up in the pack and get rolling just as the sun's coming up. It's usually when you see all your wildlife, it's still quiet, so you haven't been spooked yet by other people. I'm gonna go up here to the Rausch Gap shelter and fill up my water bottles and eat some breakfast. Got some cheese raviolis and a little bit of olive oil. Only one person here this morning. He was in Oregon. Take a look in here. This is where you put your food bag to keep the mice off of it. When the mouse tries to come down and they hit the tin can, it knocks them off. There's a bird nest up there. Rausch Gap Shelter, gateway to St. Anthony's Wilderness. Constructed by BMECC 2012. Has a nice masonry base. Definitely took some time building this. The wilds of nature kindle strong in most of us the best. The tranquil silence brings peace. Their changing shadows rest us. Shadows rest. Come rest a while in a tranquil spot. Look into the hills for a renewed strength. And when at last you must depart, leave the environment clean and smart. Around here you'll find no dump. Your trash is yours to the next. Your trash is yours to rump. And if you be the next one through, you'll be proud you found it true. Leave nothing but footprints. Cool. Words of wisdom there from another AT hiker. Take a look at the water supply over here. This is the water. It's coming out there ever so slightly, but that's all you need. The next water supply will be on the other side of the mountain. There's a small stream in the rhododendrons on the other side. Oh, I think I should have brought some more food. Definitely burning some calories today. There's all my stuff that was in my pack. And let's see if my water's boiling. I think my water's boiling. Yep. She's a boiling. Let's turn this down to a slow simmer here. Put our pasta in there. Does olive oil freeze? Yes, it does. My olive oil's looking a little rough there. I think I'll put that in the warm water here and warm that up. It was pretty cold last night. I think it was down around freezing. I've never thought of olive oil would freeze, but apparently it does. I'll let that warm up a little bit. I have a hand warmer in each back pocket, and when you're cold, sleeping at night like that, put one in each pocket. You have a major blood vessel going through your hip right there, and that'll actually warm your entire body just by having these two little hand warmers in your back pocket. That definitely kept me warm all night. Here we go, breakfast with a view. My water looks a little brown, but that's a germicidal tablets in the water. That'll kill anything that's in that water. Time to eat. Breakfast is finished. Water bottles are full, and my pack is really heavy again. It feels so much better when there's no water bottles in there, but we need our water. We're going to check out a cool campsite here. This basically is a big pile of coal slag. And a nice fire pit. Got some rocks for chairs. And you can see how high up in the air this is. This is really cool. You can put quite a few tents in here. And then you can look down over the side of the mountain here. That's a heck of a drop off. Very beautiful. Chipmunks chattering in the distance. You can hear Rausch Creek rolling down through the mountain. Rausch Creek usually has a very high flow rate. It's usually very noisy. There's only a few times where I actually have looked in there and there's hardly been any water in there. But today we're going to climb up over top of the mountain. And I think it's about 10 miles to the other side. First time I hiked this section of the trail, that's where I stayed overnight. I camped out in the middle of that island there. There's a stone wall there. I'm not sure what that was. But there is a campsite out there. It's a nice fire ring and some benches. Coming in this area, that would be definitely one of the spots I would camp in. Rausch Creek looks a little low, but there is some water in there. It's much better than it did last time. And, don't drink that water. That's mine drainage. You can smell the water. It smells very acidic. There's a stone wall there, and there's also one there. There's a mine entrance right there. You can see how it all caved in there. It'd be pretty cool if it was still open. You can see where I've subsided. And if you look down in here, you can see all the slag piles down in there, all the way across. It's amazing how many yards of material they moved at that time, not having any power equipment, doing a pick and a shovel. So that would be our first mine right there, right along the trail. Yellow Springs is about 5 miles away, and we'll poke around up there. Again, I'm looking forward to checking out that area. I haven't been in there for quite a while. And last time I just kind of passed through all that. I wasn't sure what it was, but this time I do. Leaves are very beautiful. Ain't doubt about that. A lot of yellow. You don't see too many red leaves anymore. Red leaves are usually sugar maples. A lot of maples in here. A lot of black birch. I actually wonder what this place would look like when it was very busy. There's the back end of the mine there. There's another slag pile there. All the way around. Cool stuff. Very beautiful in here. The leaves are very vibrant. No sounds of man anywhere, no cars, nothing. Just a few birds chirping in the background and a chipmunk chirping at me on the left here. Very peaceful back here. Looks like they repainted the white blazes. Some places need a new paint job. They're few and far between. It's so relaxing back here. I just love that sound of the wind blowing through the trees and the birds singing. Very peaceful. Here's some squirrels crunching around over there. Lots of squirrels on this trip. This is probably the best section of the trail that I've hiked so far out of 3 days. It's fairly smooth. No boulder piles, and there's a lot of steps coming up. That sounds like a chipmunk. You can hear it chirping in there. Lots of chippies up here. Welcome to Yellow Springs. Finally made it. Here's a cool mailbox. Yellow Springs, old coal mining village ruined circa 1850. Let's fill out our book here. I've filled out 3 of these so far in the past couple of days. It's very beautiful in here. It's definitely worth the walk back in here. When you get close to Yellow Springs, you'll start seeing big round piles of stones, and it actually you start to feel like you're in somebody's backyard, basically because you are. But it's very beautiful in here. Lots of camping spots. Take a break here and read some of this logbook, and we'll write something in there. So if you come up here, check the logbook, you'll see something in there from PA Timber Ghost. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, let's stroll down the trail here and see what else we can find. Hopefully there's some more interesting things to look at on the other side here. Stay with us. Here's something interesting on the trail. There's a snake skin. I wonder what kind of snake that is. It looks like a rattlesnake skin. Cool. Found 2 of these in the past couple of days. Both of them were on top of the shelters. William Penn shelter had a snake skin in the top, and Rausch Gap. Rausch Gap also had one of these hiding up in the beams. They like to hide in dark spots and corners and crevices, and they come out at night. Fortunately, I haven't seen any snakes today, or yesterday, or the day before, so that's awesome. But that's definitely a cool find. Alright, we saw the famous mailbox. There's a snake skin. Let's keep poking along here, see what else we can find. Definitely some old foundations in here. You can see the cellar holes. Here's one here. I don't see any stonework. There's one there, that square. I see little piles of debris everywhere I look. Everywhere you look, there's some kind of an opening or a hole. Must have been where a lot of the houses were. This section here. There's another subsidence there. Lots of holes in the ground up here. I wonder if that's a house or that was a mine. I did find an opening coming up the side of the mountain there where Rausch Gap was. I kind of looked in there. You could feel the cold air coming out of it, but I didn't really put too much effort into looking down and see how far I could see. Got a lot of walking to do today. All right, let's keep walking down the trail here. I remember right, this section here gets a little rough. It kind of drops down and it goes up the other side, and lots of stone here. Last time I hiked through here, it was pretty rough. Lots of rocks. Still very quiet in here. I haven't seen anybody since this morning. I had a few people pass me around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and haven't seen anybody since. Very slippery in here. Just kind of goes down and winds around and goes up the other side. Not sure what that is there. Let's turn the camera back on at the bottom here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. A lot of loose stones there. I believe Stony Creek is on this side and Clark's Creek is right behind me. And today we're going to come out at 325 on the Clark's Creek side. That trail coming across there from Rausch Gap is very easy to walk, very well taken care of. You can rack a lot of miles up through there very quickly. It's fairly flat and open, no rock piles, but once you get up the side of the mountain, it's fairly easy to walk. And if I remember right, this side is also. And there is another water source down here in the rhododendron grove on the other side. And then when you get down towards 325, there's 2 more springs coming out the side. All right, let's get moving down the trail here. There's a huge gully in here. Well, I guess that's water, or that's where the cable cars came up to bring stuff up to the village on the top. It's quite a gully there, all the way to the top. All right, let's climb over the other side here and go up the bank on the other side. Thanks for watching PA Timber Goose today. Thanks for coming along on our hike on the Appalachian Trail 501 to 325. It's a very beautiful hike over the past 3 days. We've met a lot of interesting people. It's always nice to talk to different people. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you're new to PA Timber Goose, welcome to the family. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching PA Timber Goose.